species. Its wildness and uniqueness make its existence threatened with extinction. So, how do they try to conserve?
Air butuh tempat, tanaman butuh tempat, hewan-hewan butuh tempat.
Bersama-sama melindungi yang ada di sini ya.
Kita jaga, kita rawat, dan kita lestarikan.
Only in Wild Cage.
The Alpha generation, or also known as millennial children, is the youngest generation today. Cancel culture is an advancement of a series of bolder social process in the form of boycotts or canceling.
John F. Kennedy became the youngest president in the history of the United States. The main cause of the outbreak of the Chinese Revolution was disappointment with the Qing Dynasty government. Introduced in the Meiji period, grilled beef patties known as Hamburg sticks became popular dishes in Japanese cuisine. Best served piping hot with a side of bread, soup kambing is one of those comfort foods that you just can't get enough of.
We try to cook all the parts of any animal we choose to cook with, like pigs, chicken or beef. We use the liver, we use the kidney, we use the brain when we can, we use everything.
Welcome back to the C Morning Show right here on C Today. Cleaning up is underway after a severe rainstorm swept through parts of the Karangtengah district of Cianjur, West Java here in Indonesia, and then affecting 3 villages.
The storms displaced 40 people and blew the roofs off of 8 homes across Sindangasih, Malaber, and Langensari villages.
Officials also identified 10 spots where trees have been uprooted and blocking the road.
A large area of Lampung's Waikambas National Park has been affected by the recent 2-day wildfires.
The fire on Wednesday and Thursday affected the forest in Waibungur area. A 20-man team consisting of park officials, forest rangers, security forces, and volunteers was sent to combat the flames.
Abundance of dry vegetation and also strong winds helped fan the flames, which spread to cover hundreds of hectares. Officials have warned the surrounding communities not to carry out activities that risk sparks fires in the protected area.
Jenis kebakarannya adalah kebakaran di permukaan dengan vegetasi tanah berupa alang-alang dan sebab belukar. Dengan adanya angin yang cukup kencang, maka ini kebakaran cepat meluas ya. Sehingga saat ini petugas masih melakukan penyisiran dan mop up untuk mengantisipasi adanya kebakaran lanjutan. Kami menghimbau kepada masyarakat Lampung khususnya yang ada di sekitar kawasan Taman Nasional Waikambas, mohon untuk tidak membuat semacam api di sekitar wilayah tersebut, misalnya mungkin membakar sampah atau apapun, yang karena saat ini adalah musim kemarau, di mana ini pasti dengan adanya angin cukup kencang akan bisa berakibat merembet ke wilayah Taman Nasional Waikambas.
Authorities have started the identification process for the fatalities from a recent fire in Bekasi.
The National Police Hospital in Kramat Jati, East Jakarta, has received 12 body bags containing the remains of the fatalities from the recent fire in Bekasi. Identification process for the death is underway, involving forensic doctors and DNA experts, among others.
Rumah sakit sudah membentuk tim untuk melakukan pemeriksaan DNA, untuk dilakukan pemeriksaan jenazah dan upaya identifikasi yang melibatkan tim kedokteran forensik, DNA forensik, odontologi forensik, psikologi forensik, dan tim antemortem. Pemeriksaan ini juga akan melibatkan tim dari SDM maupun FKU dan juga forensik PDMI Jaya. Dan pemeriksaan ini akan kita lakukan secara teliti.
The hospital has also set up a center to receive records from relatives to be matched with the bodies. The fire at the facility producing cooking oil broke on Friday morning from an apparent electrical fault, lasting well into the night. See Today contributor reporting from Jakarta and West Java.
Still from the home country, investigations are underway for an online gambling operation involving several employees of Communications and also Digital Affairs Ministry.
On Friday, Jakarta police officers searched a building in Bekasi, West Java, believed to be one of the offices used by the operators. They discovered a number of computers used to monitor and run the site.
11 suspects are already in custody, with all but one identified as ministry employees. They have been accused of taking kickbacks from gambling bosses in exchange for turning a blind eye to their operation.
Now, from 5,000 sites identified, 1/5 are still running without repercussion. Now, the police said that the suspects receive over 10 billion rupiahs each month.
Juga Polri telah melakukan langkah-langkah dan koordinasi dengan stakeholder. Dan kemudian juga yang perlu kami sampaikan di sini adalah terkait penyalahgunaan wewenang oleh oknum pegawai pada Kementerian Komunikasi yang menerima sesuatu untuk tidak melakukan tugas dan fungsinya.
And the news from the central government, Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto called party leaders to the presidential palace just yesterday.
Attendees included Zulkifli Hasan from PAN, Bahlil Lahadalia from Golkar, and Agus Yudhoyono from the Democratic Party.
Now, speaking to the press later, Agus described the meeting as an informal affair where they had discussions while having lunch.
It is expected to be a recurring event scheduled for Friday every week, where parties could present their aspirations and perspectives on national issues.
Sebetulnya pertemuan yang diharapkan bisa menjadi rutin, karena ini juga menjadi tradisi yang baik, di mana Bapak Presiden tentunya juga berharap memiliki kedekatan dan juga komunikasi yang baik dan langsung dengan para ketua umum partai politik yang tergabung dalam koalisi. Dan ini memang diniatkan sejak awal untuk saling mengupdate, sekaligus juga membahas isu-isu yang penting di negeri ini. Walaupun suasananya tentu informal, suasana santai sambil makan siang, jadi kami ketua umum partai politik bisa juga menyampaikan pandangan-pandangan, termasuk juga aspirasi.
And good news from Kalimantan. So the new capital, Nusantara, is now over 85% complete. So this was conveyed by delegates of the National Capital Authority in a hearing with the House Commission 2 on Wednesday.
The development of future capital Nusantara is over 85% complete. This was conveyed by the National Capital Authority in a hearing with House Commission 2 on Wednesday. As of October, the progress was 87%, with the presidential complex and ministerial offices already completed. Supporting infrastructures including Sepaku Sumoy Dam and the Balang Island Bridge have completed construction, while the toll road network is already 95% finished. Other facilities like hotels, hospitals, and others are also over 90% completed.
Mudah-mudahan yang di atas 90% ini pada akhir tahun ini akan siap 100%. Beberapa hotel ataupun rumah sakit ini sebetulnya sebagian sudah berfungsi, Bapak Ibu sekalian. Jadi beberapa lantai ataupun beberapa tempat tidur sudah siap untuk memberikan pelayanan kepada masyarakat yang ada di ibu kota negara.
During the hearing, the Commission pledged to push for a political will to empower the National Capital Authority to develop infrastructure in the scene.
Jadi anggaran yang telah dibahas, diputuskan di Komisi 2 DPR RI yang dipanya diletakkan di otorita IKN itu tidak sepenuhnya untuk infrastruktur. Infrastruktur ibu kota Nusantara sebagian besar masih disupport oleh Kementerian Pekerjaan Umum. Ini tugas kita bersama saya kira untuk membangun political will agar IKN diberikan otoritas yang lebih besar. Termasuk mereka membangun dan mengembangkan sendiri ekosistem di IKN, termasuk infrastrukturnya. Kita ingin memberikan support terhadap hal-hal yang berkaitan dengan pertanahan di IKN. Undang-undang IKN menegaskan hal-hal terkait dengan pertanahan itu secara lex spesialis merupakan otorita dari IKN. Nah, karena itu kita juga berharap kementerian dan lembaga lain yang masih mengurus terkait dengan infrastruktur dan seterusnya nanti berkenan untuk kemudian memberikan kewenangan sebesar-besarnya kepada otorita IKN.
Parliament has received the appointment of Basuki Hadimulyono as the head of Capital City Authority from the President, but is yet to confirm it.
Surat Presiden terkait dengan penunjukan Pak Basuki Hadimulyono telah sampai ke pimpinan DPR RI. Namun sampai dengan hari ini kita semua masih menunggu disposisi pimpinan. Karena itu otorita IKN belum memiliki kepala yang definitif.
Upcoming projects in Nusantara include the Vice President's Office, the State Mosque, and Buildings Housing Ministries and Agencies. President Prabowo Subianto expects that these could be completed by 2028. Nugranto Margo, for C Today.
Right, so after a quick break, we'll have Satya Pramesi set to bring us some sports updates. So what do you have for us today, Satya Pramesi?
Thank you very much, Joshua. We have news from Manchester United who have announced their next coach, as well as news from the NBA, as well as news from MotoGP with the cancelled Valencian Grand Prix. All that more to come when we return on the C Morning Show for our first sports segment of the weekend.
Are you soccer fans and want to make cute jersey decorations like this? Don't worry, Lifehacks has tips on how to make these unique jerseys using origami paper. We hope the tips and tricks we show you this time are helpful for you. You can watch the next episode of Lifehacks to get more tips and inspiration for your life. Au revoir, bestie!
Hi, wonderful woman. Welcome to All About Women.
Ketika saya masuk ke S2, kebetulan saya dapat beasiswa S2 Arkeologi UI. Profesor saya bilang, museum itu tempat belajar apapun. Oke, saya bikinlah program sekolah tari tradisional gratis. Berharap bisa jadi jembatan untuk anak-anak yang memiliki nasib sama seperti saya, supaya juga mereka bisa keluar dari rantai kemiskinan gitu yang sudah turun-temurun di keluarganya.
Indonesia is said to have enormous potential as a coffee-producing and consuming country.
We set apart the strategy to make Indonesian coffee tradition is a cheap coffee.
So, yeah, I think it's important for us now to think about ESG or sustainability. The first reason for us is we want to be a company that grows sustainable.
No luggage. May the road lead us. Rail is the main form of transport in Japan. We decide to give it a try, even though we don't have much experience with train travel. They are real ladies who have been trained for many years in traditional Japanese arts until they attain perfection as artists.
back to Spotlight, ladies and gentlemen, where we bring guys all these different sports you can go do and try here in Indonesia.
Sebenarnya rugby itu nggak bentuk pribadi menjadi orang yang contohnya disiplin, ada value-value-nya, kompakan, kerjasama.
National competition ini adalah kompetisi dart, jadi sirkuit nasional olahraga dart pertama dan satu-satunya di Indonesia.
Alright guys, that's been another episode of Spotlight. Be sure to go check us out again next week. See you guys next week.
House of Blessing adalah rumah berkat. Jadi harapannya kita bisa menjadi berkat untuk dogi-dogi yang terlantar ini. Kita berikan second chance ini. Wadah di mana kami bisa memayungi atau memberikan keadilan bagi hewan-hewan ini. Di mana kesejahteraan kehidupan mereka ini bisa terjadi di lingkungan kita ya manusia gitu.